Hi, this is Mandy from Sunflowers and Doors. Welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing, excuse me, a little bit of a restock. I'm running out of some page borders. So that is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be playing with some bits and pieces to make some page borders. And this is what we're kind of looking to end up with. Just some page borders that I can use in my journals. So I've grabbed a load of bits and pieces to get me started. And this is going to be almost like a craft along with me. Rather than a tutorial. So if that is something that you're interested in, then please stick around. And I would love to have you kind of join me in crafting these. They are super fun to make. I absolutely adore working with these things. This is a page of Tim Holtz, and I'm not sure what kit this is from, I'm sorry. But it's from one of his kits, and I am just cutting down all of these rulers to use. But there are a lot of digital creators out there that do this kind of ruler look. So you can always pick something up that you can kind of print out and reuse and reuse and reuse, rather than buying a pad and using it once. So, almost there. For some reason this cutter doesn't cut straight anymore. I have no idea why, it just doesn't. So that's always fun. Okay, sorry. Just had to grab a few bits and pieces. So I've got some bits that I'm going to use. And as I said, all of these bits here that I'm showing you are from Tim Holtz pads. So that is what I've got here. And I've got some more smaller pieces here if I need them. So, I also have some tickets and things that I can use. So, I am going to start off by literally just getting some pieces ready to put together. And they will be my kind of like my starting points. So I've got a couple of these. I've got some of these. Okay, so I'm literally just going to start by putting kind of layers together. So I'm going to start with, I like these as a starting point. And I think one of the keys to this is not to overthink it, because you literally could just sit there for hours trying to work out your placements. And I think one of the keys, as I said, is not to overthink this. I originally saw these from Tanya at Tatty Treasures. I know there's been a lot of changes with Tanya at the moment. She's doing some, I think she's given up the Facebook group, and she's focusing more on her digitals and her YouTube. So she'll still be around, which is fabulous because she's hugely talented, and it is good to know that she's still going to be in the community. So yeah, I originally saw these from Tanya and I absolutely loved them. I love them for journals, but I also love them for happy mails, sending as happy mails, because I think they make fabulous pieces. I really do love playing with these. And as I said, I'm not overthinking it. I'm just seeing where things fit comfortably and popping those down. You can always make alterations then if you need to at a later date. That sounds very formal, doesn't it? At a later date, but you know what I mean. So I hope you guys are okay. It's it's been quite crazy at the moment. I haven't had a lot of time to do any crafting. There's been a lot going on, so I've got the odd few videos popping up, but nothing major at the moment. So yeah, it's good to be back at the craft desk, playing around with some scraps and bits of paper. And as I said, these are pretty much just scraps that I've cut down. And I'm not overthinking the make. I'm just putting things where they kind of feel right. These ones here, I'm sticking with darker themes at the moment. Those who follow me know that I absolutely adore my grunge and my darker kind of themes. So that is what I am sticking to at the moment. And these are absolutely fabulous for mass makes. You literally can just sit down and make a ton of these just very, very quickly, very easily. And you end up with a huge amount for your stash. Okay, so I have got some brighter pieces over here, just in case I want to add any any brighter bits. But as I said, at the moment I'm going very grungy. So far all of this stuff is Tim Holtz, but I will add some additional bits probably, just to kind of finish these off. Excuse me, I hope the light is okay. It's not great here because it's evening, but yeah, I'm hoping I've got some lights on, so I'm hoping that you can still see what I'm doing and keep up with it. I do have some more Tim Holtz bits and pieces that I want to add some colour with. And by adding the colour, it lets me, there's just a lot more options in terms of what I can pop on top of these. So these are a bit like the clusters, I suppose, that I made recently. I guess that's the kind of thing. So I'm not going to add colour backgrounds to everything, because I still want some of these to be quite grungy, dark grungy. I think they're probably a bit too big, so I think I'm gonna keep those as they are at the moment. I do have some of the flashcards, which I think it might be nice to add some of these elements. I mean, if you want to be really, really creative, then you can attach these and have them almost like little text bots. So, you know, there you can literally play and play and play. I just want these as page borders at the moment, but like I said, there is options where you can make more of your pieces. Okay, what I'm going to do with this one is I'm just going to, if I can, pop a hole in there. And I'm going to grab some brads. Got a bit of a green in it, so I think that might add a bit here. Okay. And the great thing with layering is you literally do it until you're ready, until you think you're done. I'm terrible. Sometimes I just do not know when to stop. Sorry, I'm just putting another light on. I do not know when to stop sometimes with layering, so that is always a kind of risk with me. Now I've got some of these paper dolls, which I think I'm gonna maybe add some of the smaller ones. I don't know for definite yet. I'm just looking to see what ones I've got that are smaller. Again, it's one of the things you buy, and I'm terrible for using them, so that is part of today. Just trying to use up some of my stash. That's one of the ideas anyway. So they're the really small ones. Let's pop that over there. I think these may be a tad small. You're not really going to see them. Whereas I think those are going to be a tad big. Yeah, they are. Too big. Too big. Okay, so I'm just going to have a look. I've got some flowers, which I thought I might be able to use. Maybe. See, I say don't overthink it, and I spend far too long playing with, do I want to use this? Do I want to use that? I don't think that I want to use that with with any of these, to be honest. No, I don't think that's what I'm looking for. So let's get some photo booth pieces out. Now some of these are a lot bigger than what I used originally. And I don't think they're going to be, I think they're going to be too big again. So we'll go with some of the smaller ones, I think. Just see if we can get anything with a bit of colour. So some of the smaller ones, but with a bit of colour. Okay. So we've got a really cool orange one here. Well, it's not orange, but it's got that kind of tone to it. So I quite like that. You can stitch on these if you want to, but because of the type of card I'm using, or the type of ephemera I'm using rather, it's so thick anyway that you probably just really mess up your machine. So I wouldn't necessarily advise it. Not sure. Not sure. Gosh, it's getting really dark early. Yeah, I like that one. And on there like that. I might no. I like that, but I don't think it stands out enough. I really don't think it stands out enough, so I'm not going to go with that. These are quite thick on the edges, so I'm just cutting them down so that they kind of mirror the top and bottom a little bit more. I don't want to cover the whole of that smile, so I think I'm going to pop that on the side slightly. Like that. And then So I need something for this one. Now that is a bit bigger, so I could potentially go a little bit bigger with my picture. Okay. And then I just want to add some additional pieces on. Just to give it a little bit of extra interest. Problem is I can't even see myself now, the light is that bad. So you can see a lot better than I can. Because of the way the light is, but trying to look at these pieces is pretty hard going. See if we've got anything in here. And I know there's probably some of you thinking, why on earth did you put all the layers on when you're going to cover them all over? And there is that element, but I think just the fact that you can see them all underneath adds to the overall look, you know. And I love, I'm not a fan particularly of embellishing. It's not the easiest thing for me. It doesn't come naturally. But when I get started, I do love to layer. There's something, just definitely something in the whole layering process that makes me smile. Okay. So we're getting there. You can't see that one particularly well because at the moment it's in that shade. And I can't do anything about the light, I'm afraid. So I'm liking that. It's just whether I want to add anything else to them. $1 million question, eh? I don't think there is anything to add. I think we're good as we are. I suppose it's just a case of whether I want to bring any more colour to these. I do love the reds, but perhaps not for now anyway. What I am going to do with some of these is I'm going to put some eyelets in, just to add a little extra. So I'm going to make some holes, and what then it does is it gives me the option, if I want to at a later stage, you can just leave the eyelets on there for decoration, or at a later stage if I want to add dangles or something, then there's that option. So I'm gonna go with antique looking ones because that's what I tend to use more than anything else. Oh gosh, don't know what happened to that. I think I put that in upside down, did I? I think I put that one in upside down. It's a bit better. I'm having nothing but problems with this thing. I don't know what is going on with it. Excuse me. Right, okay, I'm going to leave this one here until I get to sort this out. because I don't know what's going on with it, and I don't want to destroy everything I've just done. So with this one, I'm going to pop one of these on. And I'll put one on there as well for now. Okay. And then all I want to do is stamp on some of these, I think. So I've got this one here, which is probably one of my favourite stamps. And let's pop some of this away so I can see what's on my desk. Here's my ink. Yeah, you have got to ask, how on earth do I craft in this mess? I think you just get used to it when you've got such a small craft space. And I'm not going to touch these for a minute because I need them to dry. Otherwise I will smudge all over them and they'll look dreadful. Okay. And then, do I want anything else? Perhaps this. So that. There. 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 Oops, daisy. Almost lost that one. Okay, so I'm going to be really careful how I lift these up because I don't want to smudge anything that's on there, and they still need to dry properly. So that is one of them. And I will put an eyelet in there once I have figured out what's happening with mine. And these will literally just pop on the side. So if this is your page, these are literally gonna pop on the side of your page here, and I love to use them as a tab out here, but also I just attach them slightly and you've got yourself a side tuck there as well. So that's how I like to use them. So there's this one here, there is this one here, then we've got this one here, which is a lot bigger. So what I would probably do with this one is not have it as a page border as such, but have it as a side tuck in a journal. And then you have this one here, and I have smudged that slightly, so I'm going to have to be extra careful. And then we have this one here. So simple page borders or side text or just page embellishments, just to make things look a little bit more interesting. Loads and loads and loads of ways in which to do these, and as I said, really, really super simple. If I can find Tanya's video, then I will find it and I will share that with you. But it was a long time ago, so I'm not 100% sure I'm going to be able to, but I will have a look for it. But yeah, really simple way of using. I mean, I've used some of the pieces that I've got here, but you can just use scraps with this and they look absolutely fabulous. So yeah, please have a go, and I'd love to know what you think. I will leave it there for now. This was my old one. There and there, so you can see how different they all look. But yeah, I will leave it there, and I will catch you soon. Until then, as always, stay safe, be well. Bye for now.